save me some.
Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well, and we're gonna have a little powwow today. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. If you are a regular viewer and you're one of the 80% that have not subscribed to the channel, please take a minute and hit the subscribe button. I've been noticing lately that if a lot of people go hit the subscribe button and they do this thing with their hands where they hit the subscribe button, maybe you visually see a subscribe in between my hands here, and you're like, I need to do that now. Watch the commercials. Okay, help me to make some money because YouTube, for some reason, it's a strange gig. It's a strange gig because every job I've ever had, it's like you get paid per hour, and I'm getting like 70,000 views every whatever according to my analytics. Okay, I'm getting like 70,000 views. Okay, and it's like 406 hours watch time or whatever it is. So I think by right, okay, maybe this is something that some kind of law could be passed or something like that, because I think minimum wage is whatever, you know what I mean? If somebody watches 406 hours of my channel, maybe I should get paid 406 hours worth of what? No, I'll be happy with getting paid $406. If you gave me $406 a week for watching 406 hours of my channel, I'd be perfectly fine with making $406 per week, but that's not the case. Okay, I'd be making like $104 every 5 months. Okay, and that's a rough gig. That's why I got all these Venmo things and other ways for you to help this channel out. So if you could please do me a favor and help me out in any way, shape, or form, that'd be absolutely great. But just by watching the whole thing from beginning to end, that's how YouTube gives me my money. That's how I get paid. Those silly commercials. Listen, I know you probably don't need no car insurance. You probably don't need Geico or what's that? The guy in Doug. You know what I mean? You probably don't need any of that stuff. But that's what gives me my 30 cents. Okay, so watch the thing. I have a story. So I had a moment last night where I'm like, I'm sitting there and I'm watching Durant Cinemas, to be exact. It was Durant Cinemas, and he's one of the few guys I watch now that actually goes out and shopping. He actually leaves his house and goes to the only place he can go to, which is Walmart. He goes to a Bull Moose too. I don't have a Bull Moose in my area. I don't even know what the hell a Bull Moose is, but it looks nice. But everything seems to be kind of pricey at the Bull Moose. I mean, every once in a while he pulls something out and I'm like, oh, that's like $5, $6, $10, whatever it is. And I'm like, that's great. But the stuff that he usually purchases or his friends usually purchase, I usually like the $40, $50 titles. And I'm like, how is that a deal? Now, number one, if I had to go to a Bull Moose, it's probably going to cost me like $30 or $40 in gas just to get to my closest Bull Moose. And once I get there, I'm not going to be able to afford anything anyway because everything's too expensive. It's kind of like a Barnes & Noble. It doesn't really make any sense to me. Everybody all excited about the Barnes & Noble when you're looking at $40, $50 discs that you can get for like $20 online. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But I like watching people leave the house and actually go shopping for movies. But the only issue I have with Durant Cinemas, Dave, I think he's funny. I think he's great. I think listen, it's not really a problem as much as he's focused on what he wants to get. So he like kind of scanning through as fast as he possibly can, and if he goes too fast, he's got me in like a pause or slow down or like skip along, or I'm trying to like catch that price tag at Walmart or of how much something is or what the item is, because something he might not even be interested in at all. He's not there. He's usually there for the hot new titles, whatever it is on Steelbook. He's a Steelbook guy, and he's a 4K guy, so he's there for the 4K Steelbook. And if he doesn't find the 4K Steelbook, sometimes he just settles for the slipcover with the 4K. And that's his prerogative. That's his choice, and I'm fine with that. But what happened is I was watching his channel, and I'm like, what came out today? It's Tuesday. What came out? I never usually, if I didn't pre-order it because it was something that was so big or hot, then I like to watch him go out and do his thing and then be like, oh, they got that. Wow, I should go pick that up. How much is that going for on eBay? How much is that going for on different, different channel, Amazon, on websites and stuff? Should I just order it from there? Or is it worth me getting in the car and taking that ride to Walmart to go pick it up? Because there is no other place around here that sells physical media except for Walmart. Target don't do it no more, and Best Buy sucks. Okay, I'm gonna throw it out there. Why does it still exist? I personally, I don't know about you. I might be a Best Buy hater. I used to love Circuit City, and because they had physical media, and I would go in there specifically for the physical media, just like I went into Best Buy specifically for the physical media. When they stopped selling physical media, I just had no use for it. But it confused me because Best Buy substituted physical media for toys. And I mean, they even have a go-kart in there. You know what I mean? It's like I've seen videos and it's a go-kart. Like when people go to Best Buy, I'm like, so you substituted like toys and stupid things for your physical media, and a lot of people really enjoyed Black Friday at Best Buy. I mean, I don't know about you, but I looked forward to those cubicles at Best Buy of the stuff. So anyway, I'm getting off topic here. I'm just saying that Best Buy, I have no use for Best Buy anymore because I think they are overpriced. I think that anything that I can buy at Best Buy, I can find online for less. I never get a service agreement plan with anything I ever purchase. In my head, I'm like, if I go to Walmart and I buy a toaster for $20, and they're like, "Do you want to pay $10 for the service plan?" I'm like, I paid $10. I paid $20 for the toaster. If the toaster breaks, I'm gonna go buy another toaster. So I'm gonna go because of $20. It's like, I don't want to pay a $10 service plan, and then what's gonna happen is this toaster breaks. I gotta bring it either back to Walmart or I gotta ship it out to the company that created the toaster, and then they're like, "Okay, you got the service plan, so we get to service your toaster, whatever." When really for $10 more, it'd probably be less hassle to just go buy a new toaster. That's just a me thing. You comment below. Do you get those stupid service plans? They pop up every time I go to buy. Matter of fact, even when I buy a Blu-ray or a 4K or whatever from Walmart, I'll get, "Do you want the service plan?" How are they gonna service my Blu-ray or 4K disc? Like, like if I scratch it, are they're gonna buff it out? I mean, what is? I don't get it. I don't understand the service plans for a Blu-ray. You know what I mean? It's like, do you want the service plan? It's a Blu-ray. Sometimes when you buy a toy, it's like, let's say I buy a doll for my granddaughter or something like that. They're like, "Do you want the service plan?" I'm like, "On a doll? Like what? If the arm falls off, you're gonna I bring it back to you and you pull out some Gorilla Glue and you stick it back on." I mean, I don't understand the service plan. So anyway, yeah. So Best Buy, yeah, they can kiss my butt. Okay, listen, I will. They are not sponsoring this channel. I'm not being obviously I'm not being sponsored by Best Buy, because Best Buy, when they took my physical media out, I had a big brawl at the old physical media section. Actually, at the customer service desk, where my son, who was like 18 years old, was embarrassed of their dad flipping out at the. I'm like, "Why are you getting rid of your physical media? That's the only reason why I come here." And the guy was like, "Oh, we're sorry, sir, but it's just." I'm like, "Listen. You will never see me in this building again. You will never see me in Best Buy again. I'm not buying the overpriced computers. Ain't buying the overpriced TVs. Ain't buying the overpriced surround sound systems. Ain't buying the overpriced phones and I don't need the service plans. You will never see me back here again. What I wanted is the steelbook set of Rambo. And since you're not gonna be selling that anymore, I'm done." Okay, so yeah, my son was very embarrassed that day, but I made a lot of good points. But when I left, my son was like, "That guy really didn't care." And, you kind of went off for like an hour about how they should have physical media still left in the store, and there's nothing he could do about it. What do you think? And in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, you're probably right." Like, I don't think I don't think when I left that store, I made an impact on his life where he was writing a letter to corporate, and he's like, "Listen, Best Buy corporate, this is me, Bill, the 18-year-old or 17-year-old guy that doesn't even want to work here to begin with, and I just had a problem with a man that's flipping out on me, telling me that we need to have physical media in the store, that this place sucks." Okay. So with that said, let's get into the pickup. Okay, there was a pickup, and I made a pickup last night, and it was a exciting pickup. The tagline for this channel is "Movies are memories, boys and girls." Okay, movies are memories. Like when I put in a movie, it takes me back to a better place, happier time. It might trigger something in you or in me that we remember. Maybe we have a loved one that passed that we watched the movie with, or maybe that loved one was there in the room with us when we watched it for the first time, or maybe it's just something that you constantly watch with your family every year, and now maybe the family's not together anymore. Or maybe it's just something that you just want to escape for a little bit, and you want to be somebody else that's not you, because your life just ain't turning out the way it's supposed to turn out, or you wanted it to turn out. It's something taking a turn in the wrong direction, and for an hour and a half, you just want to escape things. So when Durant Cinemas was going through his stuff, and he went by this thing, and he never mentioned it, and I was like, "Oh," it's one of them things where you're looking at it, you're like, "Oh, that came out." I didn't listen. I check my DVD, Blu-ray release schedule weekly, and this did not show up on the Blu-ray release schedule. And when I saw him go buy it and not even like talk about it, I was like, how could he not talk about now? Listen, this movie is super special to me. Super special to me. And I'm going to present it to you, and I'm going to present both of them. There's actually two. I'm going to present both of these movies to you as if you're a new parent, okay, or you're an old parent, okay. Listen, if you're a family man or family woman or family person, and you want to have an experience with your family, you need to pick up one of these two movies. Now, they're both the same movie, but one of them is a remake, okay? And it's a staple in my house every holiday season. Now, since we're in November, okay, I think I can make this video because pretty soon I'll be doing my Christmas video where I'm like, these are my top 10 Christmas movies or top 100 Christmas movies or whatever I decide to do when Christmas rolls around the corner. We're in December, but because we're in November, I wanted to show you something because it's very special to me. The movie I want to talk about, this is not the pickup, this is the one I had in my collection originally, is The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. Now, this one actually stars Loretta Swit. Swit? Am I saying that right? Loretta Swit, which is Hot Lips Hooligan. Hooligan? Hot Lips Hooligan. Yeah, I think is it Hooligan? Hooligan. Hooligan. She wasn't a hooligan. Hot Lips Listen, she played a girl. She was the female in MASH. Okay, she was the main MASH female girl. Hot Lips Hooligan. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. No, listen, nobody said that to me. That was my brain talking to me internally. I was having an internal moment there. I was picturing the cast of MASH, and I was like, oh. So this movie was like around when I was a kid, and it was like one of these that would come on every year. I don't know if it came on like PBS or whatever it was, and it's such a great story. Oh my! It is just it's a Christmas classic. Like literally, you got these kids that go to church every Sunday, and they're in CCD classes, and they decide they're gonna do the nativity story, the story of Jesus, and every year the little rich girl she plays Mary, and every year the people play the shepherds, and the people play somebody plays Joseph, and it's a regular thing every year, and the community all gets together and has this wonderful, beautiful moment where they have this thing. But then all of a sudden come the Herdmans. The Herdmans are these adorable, like dirty little children that are on welfare, that the mother's never home because she's working to try to make ends meet. Dad done took off. Okay, she a single mom. She just trying to raise her kids, but she's never home, and her kids are running amok because she got a lot of them. Okay, listen, you could kind of relate this to nowadays. This is maybe like one of these like ladies that has like 50 million baby daddies. You know what I mean? And but she out working. She trying to support for her kids, but she also on welfare because she got like 6, 7, 8, 9 kids. You know what I mean? So, but the kids are flawed. Okay, they normal kids. They rough. They're bullies. They're rough around the edges. They got issues. They're dirty. They're tough. They're just whatever. And then all of a sudden, there's one of them that keeps stealing one of the more wholesome children's lunches and snacks and stuff. And the kid goes and makes the big mistake by saying, "Listen, I don't care. You can take all the snacks you want from me because when I go to church on Sunday and I go to my catechism classes or whatever, they give me all of the donuts and muffins and milk and cookies and everything that I want in the world." And the next thing you know, here come the Herdmans. They come into church, and they are now, here comes the Christmas pageant. And for some reason, the main little Herdman, okay, she wants to be Mary. And she literally threatens the girl that plays Mary every year that if she does not get the role, if the girl does not drop out and try to play the role of Mary this year, she's gonna jam some pussy willows in her ears so deep that the pussy willow tree is gonna grow in her ears, and she's gonna have pussy willows growing out of her ears for eternity. It is a classic. Now, I'm gonna also throw this out to you, whether you are a religious person or a non-religious person, this is a good feeling family movie. Like, I mean, it does give you the story of the nativity story, so it's good for you if you don't know the story of Jesus and Mary and being, kicked out of the inn and having baby Jesus being born in a horse trough. It's a horse trough, where the horse used to like drink from, the thing where they put the water. Yeah, it tells you that story too, but it also is captivating enough for you people that, like I said, I don't try to get preachy on this channel. I just gotta tell you that as a child, I remember loving watching this movie. As soon as my children were born, every Christmas this became a staple. And the release that happened, now this right now, you can find on eBay for around $10, $12, 10 to 12, $13, around that price. They have them on there, brand new. It's from a no-name company that was like, it was actually, I want to say it was maybe like a Christian company that put this thing out. So there is no barcode. So they're real. They're there, and you can buy them. And I do control. I do advise you to pick one up, because I don't think it's streaming anywhere. I've never seen it streaming on anything. I've never seen it anywhere but at my house. Nobody ever talks about this movie. I'm the one that talks about this movie, because this is what starts our Christmas. This is the first movie that I put on in December when I start my Christmas movie marathon of Christmas movies. And my children have loved this movie forever. Okay, forever. So when I saw Dave walk by this movie, bam, the best Christmas pageant ever. The best Christmas pageant ever. The remake. My heart just like, it was literally 10 o'clock at night. Okay, it was 10 o'clock at night when I watched the video. And my wife had just got, she was settling down for a long winter's nap. She had already come home, showered, changed. She was already in her PJs, ready to just relax, watch some Bewitched or something. I think she was watching Bewitched. And I put on Durant, and I'm Dave, and I'm like, was that, wait, rewind, pause, rewind. Yes. Listen, why this is so special is not only were my kids raised on this, was I raised on this, but last year when this movie came out, I was able to get my entire family together to go to what I call me and my wife's movie theater. It was our movie theater. Okay, it was our regular movie theater that it closed this year, which is very sad, because it was our movie theater. It was close to home, but it was our movie theater. It was very special to us, and I was able to get all of my children to go. And also, I felt really good because this was one of the few times in my life, okay, and I'm gonna tell you, things get tough. Okay, it's tough. I was making good money, a decent money as a preschool teacher or whatever, and I was making even more money when I worked in the mills. But I've never really had money. I never really have money. It's like I got a lot of stuff, but I never really had, I've never been able to like pay for anything for anybody. I never been able to, like, hey, listen, let me take that tab for you. Let me take you out for supper, until I actually lost my job. Like when I walked out of this job, because I felt like I was working for, like, I wasn't glorifying like God or whatever. I was glorifying like the institution. Okay, I became the poster child for the place, which I really didn't agree with the place itself. So I was beating myself up internally. So what happened is literally, I left, and then all of a sudden I just felt like things have been working. I mean, comment below. I don't know. This is it's the strangest thing to me, because like I make these videos, they're paying me in nickels and dimes. I DJ every once in a while. My daughter started a photography thing, and now I'm Santa Claus, and then I get like $50 a gig for that. When I DJ, it could be like $300 or $500. It depends on what I'm doing, how long it is. But it's been working. It's been working. Like I said, some days are better than others. Some days are struggles. But the deal is that I invited my family to go see this movie, and I paid for every single one of them. Now I have six people in my family. There's me and my wife, and I have 4 children. So 6 people, and that's a hefty price tag for a night movie, nowadays, and then popcorn and drinks and stuff like that for 6 people. It's a little hefty price tag. You could easily drop over $100, no problem, which I did that night. But to get them all together, all lined up in a row, sitting there and watching this movie, and having it be like, it's a lot longer than this one. Let me tell you, this one's like an hour and a half, where this one's like literally like a half an hour long movie. This was, like I said, this was a made for TV movie. This one they turned into like an hour and change or whatever, but they made it work. Like it's the same story. They didn't like branch out into madness or craziness or whatever. It's actually got a little bit more funny. There's a little more humor in it, because I guess they were able to use a little more PG rated humor in it. But it's like I said, movies are memories. And when I saw him scan through this thing, I saw that. And you know what else is the coolest thing about this? And I am so happy about, is it's the Blu-ray DVD combo pack. Nobody's doing that anymore. Nobody's doing Blu-ray DVD combo packs anymore. Nobody's doing that. So when not only did it was almost like the heavens opened up and started shining on me, and I'm like, wow, is this not like nostalgia within nostalgia within like not only did this bring me back to like awesome memories as a child, the good memories I had as a child and as a new father, introducing this to my children and watching it every year with them still to this day, but to be able to get what I used to love is the Blu-ray DVD combo pack, or the 4K Blu-ray combo pack. I mean, sometimes we still get those, but very rare have I seen lately a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. And what is so, I know you're like, why are you so excited? This isn't making it. Why are you excited about getting a DVD? They're so out of date. They're no good. People don't care about DVDs anymore. Listen, DVD was the first thing that I introduced to my kids. They still have they don't have a Blu-ray player in their room right now. They're not even here anymore. Listen, my kids are all like 21 years old and up. Okay, or 20 years old and up. My son's gonna be 21. 20 years old and up. Some of them don't live here anymore. Some of my kids have kids. Okay, there's a DVD player upstairs in their room. If I want to go upstairs and have just like a moment, sit in their room and think about how many years we've been here in this house for 20 years, and put in that DVD and watch it on their littler TV. And when I say littler TV, when I was a kid, I had a 13-inch TV. Their TV is like 20 something, 27 inches, something like that. So it's 20 inches or whatever it is. Their littler TV. Okay, I can go up there and do it. DVD has turned into a nostalgic thing. It's turned into a thing. People still collect them. And a lot of people hate them. A lot of haters on the DVDs. But to have a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, now personally, I'm gonna watch the Blu-ray downstairs here, but I'll bet you the picture quality between the Blu-ray and the DVD are probably a little bit different. So the fact that this is a DVD, and I have the DVD of the new movie, I think I may actually throw in the DVD of the new movie before I watch the Blu-ray, just so I can feel a little bit younger again. So I could feel like that original feeling that I got when I put in that first DVD, and with my children. And I'll tell you, my friends, like, if you've never seen this movie, you got to see it. Not only is it like one of those, not only is it funny, it's heartwarming. And this one, I don't know. Listen, I don't know if it was because I had my whole family there, and I was thinking in my head, like, this might be the last time I get my whole family together, or it might be even the last time that I'm there, or it might be the last time my wife's there. Listen, we are not promised tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen. So I don't know what it was, but when I got to the end of this movie, the entire family was in tears. We were all, we laughed. No joke. We laughed together. We cried together. It was an emotional roller coaster, and I'm sure every single one of us that was sitting there had their own reasons for what was going on in their heads and stuff like that. Me, it was remembrance of being a young dad, being a kid and being happy, being a young dad and being happy. introducing this to my children, years and years of this being their first movie to watch. And now here they all are as adults, and some of them parents themselves. And I was able to not only provide for them the money to go see the movie, but I was able to buy them their popcorns and their drinks, and it really felt good. And I'll tell you right now, by the time the movie was done, and the funny thing is we had the theater to ourselves. Nobody else was there. I think we went to go see it on Christmas Eve. Nobody, because I think it opened on Christmas Eve or whatever, and so it opened on a weird date that was like nobody else would possibly want to be there. So we were the only ones in the theater, the only ones. So we had the entire. It was almost like it was too good of a day to be true. Sometimes we get that one day that you want to like stick in your head. Like, I wish I could play that back. So my wife asked me, if you could play back one day in your life, what day would you play back? Now listen, I don't know if I'd play back the entire day, because probably things really sucked early in the day. I was probably really stressed out about money that day, about being able to pay for them, or I know we bought the tickets online to make sure we had seats and everything, but I was probably really worried and stressed out about the money, because I worry about money every single day. I don't think my life is ever going to end without me not worrying about money. But when we were there for that hour and change, and I was focusing on that movie, and I had the whole family there, it was a moment. It was a memory. It was a positive memory. Movies are memories, and I am very, very happy that this thing got a release, and I did not miss it. It was almost like to me right now, this whole thing is this disc itself is a battle between good and evil. I almost felt like evil was trying to keep me from knowing that this was being released, but just because I happen to always watch Dave and Durant Cinemas do his pickups and stuff, I saw it. Like, he didn't even, like, once again, he didn't point it out. It was me visually, like why didn't he point it out? Like, so many things were keeping me from knowing that this was out, that this was a thing, that this was being released, that this was out there on the shelf. And I got to tell you, I went online on eBay to go pick. So as soon as I seen him, I'm like, I'm not. It's late at night. It's 10 o'clock at night. Walmart closes at 11. I'm not gonna bother the wife. She's already changed everything. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna go online. It was going for like $21, $30. I'm like, oh man, that's like flipper prices. They're selling flipper prices. What's it selling for on Walmart? I went on Walmart.com, $17 and change or whatever. To top it all off, my daughter last week gave me a Walmart gift card that was already scratched, and she's like, I don't know how much is left on this, Dad. I don't know how much is left. Like, literally, but listen, this daughter never does anything. She never gives me nothing. Like, usually she never, like, she'll take us out to eat every once in a while, and I really appreciate it. But as far as like gift cards, like, as a preschool teacher, you get a lot of gift cards, and I got one daughter that will just hand them out like candy. You know what I mean? She's like, I don't need this one. I don't go there. Dad, I know you go to Target. I know you go to you order from Amazon. I don't need this. I don't need this. And she'll just give me her gift cards, and I'm like, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. She's like, yeah, I'd rather have you have my. I believe that good things will happen to me, and I'll get the right things that I want if I help other people. And I'm like, wow, I raised you right. That's beautiful. This other daughter though, she gets like tons of, like, stacks of gift cards, and so she had like 2 or 3 Walmart, and she's like, I don't know if these are any good, Dad. Here, you can have these and check them out. Now, everyone I checked was no good except for one, and one of them had $8 and change on it. So when I was done walking out of Walmart, I was, besides the fact that I had to buy my wife some pumpkin spice M&Ms that pushed me over my little bit of a limit there. It wasn't even a limit, because I was going there planning on spending $17, $18, whatever it is, plus tax to begin with. It cost me $10 for this. $10, and I was like, this movie is such a symbol of blessings, of just good things happening to me in my life. This is the symbol. This is the movie. This is the symbol of happiness and love and stress free and joy. This is the joy movie. This is it. Available on Blu-ray and DVD, and nobody does that. What company put this thing out? A company that doesn't even want to. Lionsgate. Lionsgate put this out. Listen, all I gotta say is, if you haven't seen this or this, give it a shot. Pick it up. Like I said, whether you be a religious person, not a religious person, whether you be a believer or non-believer, whatever it's still a great story. Funny, tearjerker, thinker. You're gonna love it. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. Movies are memories. That's why I created this channel, is to help people. Help people to obtain the things that they want and they need. Help you not to get ripped off or get caught up in that whole flipper scams and you know, the reselling scams. What? You hear that bell? Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. What signs? That's all I gotta tell you. Every once in a while, you stop for a second, open up your eyes, and get the signs. Okay, there's a lot of signs out there that things are good. Things are about to turn around. Things are gonna get better. And there's my symbol. There's my sign. Like I said, if you're not into all of that stuff, if you just want to see a really good, funny movie, I can't even tell you the stars of this movie because they're not even like big. Well, I think the girls from Gossip Girls, or not Gossip Girls. What's that other one? My wife used to watch it. I don't know. It's the two girls together. I don't know. If you look it up, you'll figure it out. I didn't watch what she watched, so I have no idea what it is. I just gotta say that it was extremely special. These movies are extremely special to me, and hopefully, if you give them a shot, they'll become just as special to you. And with that said, my friends, because you know why? Because you're important and special to me. And like I said, I made this channel. That's where I was going before the angel got his wings. I made this channel because I wanted people. The underlying thing is people struggle. People go through things. We all have our bad memories. We got our good memories. Some people have mental illnesses. We struggle with stuff every day. I haven't taken my medication yet today. I know I haven't taken my medication yet today because I'm feeling it. But I have to take it every day because I have major anxiety and I got CPTSD and I got stuff going on in my life. People be struggling with things, and every once in a while it's good to just put on a movie and escape life. That's why they're here. So support your physical media and be thankful when you find a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, because DVDs took the place of VHSs. Okay? Not trying to knock VHS. I'm getting angels left and right. Not trying to knock VHSs, but this eliminated that Be Kind Rewind. That's all I gotta say. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you, and I will see you later.
You should have saved me some.